And most importantly, shift your narrative. Instead of saying, "I'm getting old," say, "I'm adjusting." Instead of "I can't," say, "I'll start small." Here's what most people don't realize. Biological age is not identical to chronological age. Two 70-year-olds can look and feel 15 years apart. The difference is rarely luck alone. It's daily choices. The body after 60 is more sensitive. That can feel scary. But it's also powerful. Because small positive habits now create larger benefits than they would have at 30. Your body is listening more closely, responding more clearly. This is where things become empowering. If you improve sleep, you feel it faster. If you strengthen muscles, you feel it within weeks. If you hydrate better, energy shifts quickly. You are not fragile. You are responsive. But responsiveness works both ways. Negative habits also show up faster. So the question becomes simple. What direction are your daily habits pointing? Toward vitality? Or toward acceleration of decline? You don't have to overhaul your life tonight. Choose one mistake. Correct it this week. Then add another next week. Momentum builds quietly. And here's something important. Aging well isn't about chasing youth. It's about protecting function, protecting clarity, protecting independence. That's what truly keeps you young. If this resonated with you, you'll want to watch our next video about the early warning signs your body gives before a major health setback after 60. Recognizing those signs early can change everything. You are not done growing. You are not done strengthening. You are not done improving. But after 60, you must be intentional. Because time alone doesn't age you fastest. Habits do. Alternative high CTR titles. 1. Over 60? Stop these 10 habits that age you faster. 2. The hidden daily mistakes making you feel older. 3. Why some people age fast after 60, and others don't. Thumbnail text idea. Are you aging faster? If you've stood up recently and felt the room spin. If you've turned your head and suddenly felt unsteady. If you've had to grab onto a chair or wall just in case. Please don't brush that off. After 60, dizziness is one of the most commonly ignored warning signs. And here's what makes it dangerous. It often feels small. It passes quickly. You tell yourself, "I just stood up too fast." Or, "I must not have eaten enough." Or, "That's just part of getting older." But here's what most people don't realize. Dizziness after 60 is rarely random. Your body is trying to tell you something. And when you ignore those early signals, the next episode may not be so gentle. This is not about panic. It's about protection. Because one brief wave of dizziness can turn into a fall. And one fall can change everything. Let's slow this down and understand what may really be happening. First, we need to separate what dizziness actually means. Some people feel lightheaded, like they might faint. Others feel spinning, like the room is moving. Some feel off balance, like walking on a boat. Those sensations feel similar. But they don't always come from the same cause. And after 60, the cause matters more than ever. Let's start with one of the most common reasons. A sudden drop in blood pressure when you stand up. This is called postural or orthostatic blood pressure change. Here's what happens. When you stand, gravity pulls blood toward your legs. Your body is supposed to quickly tighten blood vessels and slightly increase heart rate to keep blood flowing to your brain. When that adjustment is slower, which becomes more common with age, blood briefly doesn't reach the brain efficiently. You feel lightheaded. Your vision may dim slightly. You may feel weak for a few seconds. Then it passes. Here's where things get serious. If this keeps happening, your risk of falling increases dramatically. And many people never mention it because it only lasts 5 or 10 seconds. But 5 seconds is enough to lose balance. Now here's what most people don't realize. Dehydration makes this much worse. After 60, thirst signals weaken. Many older adults are mildly dehydrated daily without knowing it. Less fluid in the bloodstream means lower blood volume. Lower blood volume means a bigger pressure drop when you stand. And if you're also taking blood pressure medication, the effect can be stronger. This doesn't mean your medication is wrong. It means your body may need closer monitoring and steady hydration. Now let's talk about another common cause. Inner ear changes. Inside your ears are tiny structures that control balance. They send constant signals to your brain about head position and movement. As we age, those structures can become less precise. Sometimes small crystals inside the inner ear shift out of place. When you roll over in bed or tilt your head back, the world suddenly spins. This type of dizziness is called positional vertigo. It can feel intense but short-lived. And here's what surprises many people. It's often treatable with very simple guided movements done correctly. But if ignored, it can continue for months. Now let's shift to something more subtle. Blood sugar swings. If you go too long without eating, or eat meals high in refined carbohydrates, your blood sugar can rise quickly and then crash. That crash can cause shakiness, weakness, and dizziness. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to these fluctuations. You may not feel hungry, but your brain feels unstable. Now here's another overlooked cause. Medication interactions. Many adults over 60 take multiple prescriptions. Blood pressure medications, diuretics, sleep aids, antidepressants, heart medications. Some of these can lower blood pressure too much. Some affect balance centers. Some cause mild sedation that increases unsteadiness. Individually, they may be safe. Together, they can amplify dizziness. This is why reviewing medications periodically is so important. Not to stop them suddenly, but to reassess balance. Now let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention. Weak leg muscles. If your legs are weak, even mild dizziness feels more dangerous. Strong legs compensate for minor balance shifts. Weak legs magnify them. When you combine slight blood pressure drops with reduced muscle strength, your stability narrows. That's when falls happen. Here's what most people don't realize. Dizziness is often not one single cause. It's layers. Mild dehydration. Slight blood pressure drop. Reduced leg strength. Poor sleep. Medication effects. Each small factor alone may not cause a fall. Together they can. Now here's a tension point many people ignore. Dizziness that happens while walking, not just standing. If you feel unsteady during normal walking, especially if it's new or worsening, that deserves attention. The same goes for dizziness paired with chest discomfort, severe headache, sudden weakness on one side, slurred speech, blurred vision. Those combinations require urgent evaluation. Not to alarm you, but because acting quickly protects you. Now let's talk about prevention. Because this is where control returns to you. First, stand up differently. Instead of rising quickly, pause at the edge of the bed. Sit for 20 to 30 seconds before standing. When standing from a chair, plant your feet firmly. Push through your legs slowly. Give your circulation time to adjust. Second, hydrate intentionally. Don't wait for thirst. Small amounts of water throughout the day keep blood volume steady. If your urine is consistently dark yellow, that's often a clue you need more fluids. Third, strengthen your legs. Chair squats. Holding onto a counter and rising onto your toes. Gentle step-ups. Just a few minutes daily improves stability more than most people expect. Now here's something powerful. Practice balance on purpose. Stand on one foot while holding onto a counter. Walk heel to toe slowly across the room. Balance is trainable, even after 70. Now let's address fear. After one dizzy episode, many people unconsciously reduce activity. They move less to avoid triggering it. But moving less weakens muscles further, which increases fall risk, which increases fear. That cycle accelerates aging. Confidence is protective. The goal is not to ignore dizziness. It's to understand it and respond wisely. Now let's talk about something that feels minor but matters. Vision. Poor vision increases dizziness because your brain relies heavily on visual input for balance. If your prescription is outdated, your balance suffers. Small corrections can make a big difference. Now here's another hidden factor. Sleep. Poor sleep increases inflammation, lowers blood pressure stability, and reduces coordination. If you wake up multiple times nightly, your balance the next day is often weaker. This is where patterns matter. One bad night won't cause major issues. Chronic sleep disruption can. Let's imagine two scenarios. One person feels dizzy occasionally but ignores hydration, avoids exercise, stands quickly, and never mentions it. Another notices it, increases fluids, strengthens legs, stands slowly, reviews medications with a provider. 6 months later, which person is steadier? The difference isn't luck. It's response.